Hello and welcome to another episode of Grange TV. We have with us a very special guest. I hope I say his name correctly, Mr. Alexey Oleynik, the boa constrictor. He has had probably close to 1 million fights. He's the only fighter to have finished someone in the UFC with an Ezekiel, and he's done it twice. You debuted in 1997 too. You have like 73 fights. Am I correct?
Almost correct. I started fighting in 1996.
1996. Okay.
Yes.
Can you remember all of your fights?
Yes. If you say the name my opponent, I can explain you how I fight with this guy, what I doing in this fight, any submission, everything.
Can you remember how you were feeling before the fight?
Feeling about every fight.
So say for example, when you started fighting in 1996, were you nervous before your fights?
Yes, of course.
Have those?
I nervous 24 years ago, and I nervous now too.
Okay, that's why I wanted to ask you. How has that changed? How do you deal with that? Because you've had so many fights.
Now I nervous more.
You're more nervous now?
Yes, more nervous.
Why is that?
I don't know, because I have a big baggage. I have a big legacy. I have everything for my back, and when I go into cage, I have everything this. When I come into cage first time, I have nothing. No any titles, no any legacy, no any fight record, nothing. No name, nothing. And I am not nervous. Now I'm nervous each fight, and more and more and more.
I don't know what it is, but again, like you don't look nervous. You know what I mean? You're someone that looks very calm, very like you're very, very fine with going into the cage, but yeah, you are very nervous.
Yes, deep inside, I'm very nervous. I can't nervous outside. I can't jump. I can't cry. I can't. Yes, of course, I can do this. But inside myself, I'm nervous a lot. This is not secret. I tell about it every time who ask me, do you nervous or not? Yeah, I said, I answered, yes, of course, I'm nervous.
Yeah, but still, you do a very good job of not looking nervous. You look very like day at the office to me anyways, you know what I mean? So yeah, because I've been watching you for so long, so it's very interesting to hear that. What's fight day like for you, and when does fight day start? Because sometimes I speak to different people and people say to me fight day starts the fight week, or some people say just before the fight. Other people say 24 hours before. When does fight day start for Alexey?
I think my fight day starts and evening before fight day.
Okay.
Usually we fight in Saturday. On the Friday, after 6 p.m., I start.
What happens? So can you talk us through those 24 hours to fight to your fight?
No, I closed for any people. Usually I don't like speak with anybody. I don't use a cell phone, no use any social media. I don't like picture, video, nothing. Give me please rest. I must stay with myself. I must think about something. I can read a book, just relax and mentality preparation.
Can you sleep the night before?
Not very good, but yes, of course I sleep.
Okay,
but not so bad. I sleep, but a little bit nervous.
And so on the morning you wake up, and what happens then? What do you do?
And I wait any minute, any hour, I know 12 hours more, 10 hours more, 5 hours more, 1 hour time. We're going to bus, we drive to fight arena, we warm up. I know 3 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour to fight, 10 minutes, let's go. I count time all day in my mind.
And are there things that you do to take your mind off the fight? Like, is there anything you do? You draw or anything, or paint or read on the day of the fight?
Say it again.
So, are there any techniques you use on the day of the fight for your mind?
No, usually I have a game plan for fight. Usually, and of course I'm repeat in my mind. My opponent punch. I don't know. I clinch and game plan. But I can't work with this game plan in my mind 24 hours because it's maybe crazy for me. I can go out and I try work in my mind 20-30 minutes and I give my mind rest 1 hour and again and rest again. I try not think about fight all time because it's very, very difficult and I can go into crazy.
You know the Ezekiel choke that you do, the submissions that you do, those neck cranks that you do. Where do they come from? Did you always do them from when you were a little kid, or are these new? Like, are these as an adult you started doing it?
My first submission was hand.
Yeah, like
hand
a
submission.
key lock, like an like
key
this-
lock, but I doing neck crank and
Yeah.
and hand my opponent to my leg, and I doing this submission. This was 5-6 years. After, my favorite submission was triangle choke. I doing a triangle choke first in Russian. In Russian, I'm first fighter who doing a triangle choke because nobody don't doing a triangle choke in Russian before me. This was maybe 1999, maybe 2000. I doing triangle choke, I don't know, maybe 20-25 times on the combat sambo and maybe 10 times on the mixed martial arts. After that, I doing, I don't know, guillotine. This was my favorite choke. After that, Oleynik choke, Ezekiel choke. But now is Ezekiel choke not very easy doing for heavyweight because heavyweight big guys, they have a small and very, very wide neck. Not too long and
Yeah.
wide. This difficult doing Ezekiel. That's why I changed my technique and work with. No, you call this neck crank, but this submission not for neck. This submission for diaphragm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I have a friend who does this to me. He does exactly. He's Eastern European as well. My friend, he does this exact thing. It's not a neck crank, I know, but
yeah. You don't feel any pain.
nothing.
No,
I've been the
problem
victim.
Yeah,
I've
with
been
your
the
neck,
victim
but
of
you
this
feel-
thing.
But you feel your big problem is breathe, and you can breathe because your diaphragm is squeezed very, very much. No, that's all. Now it's diaphragm and Ezekiel choke. Maybe after that, maybe I try doing something else. I have a very big, very rich technique, but I can't do 100 submission because my opponent is a high level athlete too. They knows all grappling, wrestling, technique, and grappling defense very, very well.
But was that position a position that you did when you were young, like just something that was always natural, or is just something your opponents give to you now? Because you do it very, very well. When you get there, it's 90% finished. Was that a position that you always did as a kid, like just, or like when you think back?
Yes, understand. My sensei give me very good technique, very good. Now my technique not so good like my sensei teach me, but still good for mostly fighters in the world, because technique my school is very cool. My sensei teach me doing any submission, any choke from any position, any position. I am on the floor, I am down, I am up, my opponent is back. No problem. There's no problem. Never problem for me. I do any submission from any position.
So
that's why this not disturb me. My opponent sitting on me, or he nails on me, or he take my back. That's not very big problem for me.
how old were you when you started training, and can you talk about your journey with that?
When I start training first time, I come into 19 year, 19.
Oh, so you started later? Like,
yes. And I hope I finish late too.
mate, you're doing so well.
I started late and I finish late.
What were you doing before that?
Nothing. No any technique. But I doing many cardio. I every day doing 3, 4, 500 push-ups. I running every day 2, 3 miles, 4 miles, no problem. Rain, sun, snow, any day. 3, 6, 5 days a year. I running. 3, 6, 5 days a year. I am push-ups. I am sit down. No, you understand? Sit.
Squats.
I work with
squats, sit-ups.
Squat. Core.
Yeah.
I work with my core, and I have a little bit kettlebell near the 15 pounds, 15, 18 pounds, and I doing 2, 3, 400 left hand for one time, 2, 3, 400 right hand, 500, no problem, 500 times for one time. I tried do it 3 or 4 years ago. I'm with a big problem. I'm doing 200, and I finish. I can. But when I was young, I was 15 years ago, 16 years ago. I doing no problem 400, 500 times for one time.
How old were you when you started doing that? When you started running and push-ups and everything?
I don't remember, but this maybe 8, 9, 10 years. I start and I work maybe 7 or 8 years. I work a lot, but not any technique. I can punch, not any punch, not any submission. I don't know, nothing, zero. I was very strong, good cardio, but I can't do nothing.
Why did you do that training? Why did you do that? Why did you play basketball or soccer or football, anything?
I don't know. In my country, is basketball, soccer is not so men's game.
Yeah.
like brutality. Like if you a real man, you must be strong. You must defend. You must defend your family, your girl, your children. My country is not criminality, but you must. Maybe sometime, maybe from 10 years, maybe from 40 years, this may be one time all your life, but you must do that. You must do in defense your family. And this this must be man's work, this brutality, this real man way.
And so why did you start so late? You started combat sambo. Why did you start at 19?
I don't know. I go into karate. I come to first training, karate, up. I said, can I kick my opponent? No. Can I wrestle with my opponent? No. Can I, I don't know, bam to the floor my opponent? No, never. I said, oh, sorry, why never? Because I watch on the street, guys, bam, for fighting here, and they doing everything on their face, on body, kicks, and kicks if guys on the floor, there's no problem. No, there's not karate. That's not interested for me. I training 1-2 times. I said thank you, no interested. I'm going home, train. From 1 year, I go into box. Bam. Can I kick this guy leg? No. Can I go into floor? No. No interest for me. This is not a real fight. I go into judo. Can I punch this guy? No any punch. No dangerous submission. Nothing. When you floor, you can punch. Nothing. Not very. This is not a real fight. In real life, somebody can attack you, and this may be one guy, maybe two guys. They can kick you everywhere. Yes, of course. They can kick you. They can punch you on the floor, no problem. On the stand, no problem. I must be prepared for everything, for any time, any situation, everywhere. I training 1 or 2 training. He said no interest for me. This is not real martial arts.
And then you started sambo?
No, I started training jiu-jitsu.
Okay, and you started training traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu?
Yes, traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu, and I trained jiu-jitsu 6 years. After 4 years training jiu-jitsu, I come into sambo competition, and I start training with sambo guys too. And from 4 years training with jiu-jitsu, I train on jiu-jitsu and sambo together. But when I go into sambo, I have a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
So you were already a black belt in jiu-jitsu at that time?
Yes, after 4 years training jiu-jitsu, I have black belt.
When you compete in Japanese jiu-jitsu, did you compete in Japanese jiu-jitsu?
Say it again.
Did you compete in Japanese jiu-jitsu? You do competitions?
No, we. I can't say about it.
You can't say about it? Well, what do you mean?
Yes, this is my secret information.
Okay, all right. But when you say your secret information, why did you kill someone, Alexey?
No, I hope no, but I can't say it about my competition and my jiu-jitsu.
All right. So look, if there's police watching, I know nothing about this. I have nothing to do with it. So then you went to sambo as a black belt, and you became an international master of sport in sambo?
Yes, this look like a black belt sambo. Like in international master of sport, this black belt sambo.
Correct me if I'm wrong. An international master of sport, though, you would have. Do you have to place at an international level? Did you compete in sambo and place at?
I'm twice world champion of combat sambo.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, for you to get international master of sport, you would have to get a ranking as in international competition. Is that not correct?
I don't understand.
Because
I take part on the many competition combat sambo. In combat sambo competition Moscow, combat sambo competition Russia, combat sambo competition Europe. I win. Combat sambo competition Asiat countries. I win this competition, and I told you I win 2-time world championship twice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is it's because it's more like international master of sport is more than a black belt, because when you said it's like a black belt is very humble
I
way.
don't know, but in my own rankings, this same.
Yeah,
Masters,
but you're not just black belt in combat sambo is what I'm trying to say. You were world champion. You won a lot of international competitions. It's not just.
And I win in a combat sambo competition 6 or 7 champions world on combat sambo. I win.
Yeah,
many who guys.
That's why that's why I was saying, like, you didn't just get a black belt, you were world champion in combat sambo. It's
Yes.
Yeah, big. So very big deal. That's I think that's a level as well when people see you compete. Like, people don't. It's very deep, your level of competition and your experience. And do you think it helped you that you started later, so now you can keep fighting later?
Nobody knows. Maybe if I can start in 15 years, 16, maybe I have a better technique, and I have maybe I have more titles. Maybe no. Maybe if you start early, maybe you finish early because you have more injuries and you tired more. Maybe your body is tired more too. I don't know. Nobody knows.
But what do you feel?
I don't think so. I don't think about past. I don't think about future. I think about today.
That's
if you
awesome.
Today good, you today ready for fight. You have plans. You have family. You have gym. You have team. You must fight for family, for country, for gym, for your friends, for everything.
You like you said before, you started fighting when you were in 96, and you're now how old are you now? 43, 40, something like this? 43?
Yes.
And
Fortunately.
and you still this whole time in the top 10, like 11, ranked 11, 10, 9, 5, whatever, always there. It's the other thing is, I don't know if you know this, but I was looking it up. You're the only person or the first person to have won a fight in the 90s, in the 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. You're the only person to do that. An MMA fight, or the first person to do that. And you're still at the top.
But that's good. You agree?
I don't think it's good. I think, honestly, I think that's phenomenal. Like, to have that span of a lifetime. There'd be guys fighting now that weren't born when you started. Do you know what I mean? So it's pretty incredible.
Yes, but I have a Japan discipline. I can't say it about me. I am great. I am phenomenal. I am strong. I can't. This not my soul, not my style. I can't. If somebody said about this, yes, I'm a little bit happy inside, but I can't say it about me. But young guys, they very love hating, trash talking. They love show. You know, when it's old school, we have only muscle, only fist, and only strong head and strong head and strong head. But we don't master speak. We don't master my language. We don't master for trash talking, for show. I don't love this. In my time, this was bad things, because you must doing something but not speaking about it. No, you understand what I mean?
100%, I
My
understand.
English.
Yeah, I absolutely get it. How does it affect you? How do you deal with it when somebody trash talks you? When somebody is saying things about you?
I'm not so young for trash talk. I can't work half my life, 20, 24 years of work like old school, good discipline, like real warrior, and I can start now trash talking like. No, you understand, motherfucker. And like young and not usually not very smart guys. But I don't understand this. Why you speak? Why you speak here? You can speak on the cage. If you won't speak, go into cage and let's go. This no matter what you say here, what you say on the social media. If you champion social media, but this not mean you champion on the cage, because many young guys who is not sportsmen, who is not pro athletes, they think if you speak more, if you speak more dirty, you is greatest. No, guys, this guy can speak more. He greatest because he work more than thousands and thousands people. He work very hard. But they watch only. They don't watch for the working. They watch only for the talking. Oh, this guy speak a lot. If I speak a lot too, I was like this guy. This not same. Sorry.
You were when you were doing when you were younger in your career, you were training at Red Devil Sports Club.
Yes, I'm not a member of this Red Devil Sports Club, but I fight for this club 2 or 3 times.
Well, did you have?
They invite me when somebody can't fight from this. They have many fights when as team fighters and fighters, team from team Russian against team Brazil, team Russian against team I don't know, Turkey, and if somebody heavyweight or middle heavyweight can't fight from this command from Red Devil, they invite me in this command.
Were you there? Did you ever have anything to do with the Emelianenko brothers, with Fedor? Did you ever train with him or anything like that?
No, I not train no any time with Fedor, but I fight with Fedor on the combat sambo one time.
How did that go?
Say it again.
The fight. How was the fight with Fedor when you fought
Not
him?
good. Not very good for me. This was I don't remember 2001, if I remember correct. 2001. I lost, but I lost judge decision, and this was first time when Fedor can't win before round is finished. Judge decision. My weight was 83 kilo. Fedor was 106 kilo.
He's yeah. Did you think in your head when you saw when he fought? Did you think that he would one day go on and do that? Was he like? Could you see already that he was going to be a very good fighter in like MMA or anything like that? Did you think that when you saw him?
Sorry, not understand.
When you saw him or when you fought him, did you think in the future he would be very good? He would be MMA champion or anything like this?
No. I don't think about it. I know he is a big star, but not so big like after. He start rising in the career, and he win before 2 or 3 times World Combat Sambo Championship. He already win, and I fight with these guys on the tournament.
Is how close is combat sambo when you're fighting to MMA? I mean, I've seen it, I know that, but with the gi and everything else, how close is it?
My opinion, very close, because I can do everything. I can punch, I can kick, I can clinch, I can work and punch my opponent on the ground, no problem. Everything, any submission, any chokes, everything. And I can punch this guy who lies on the ground. That's one of the important thing.
Okay. How did your mum and dad? What did they do, Alexey?
Excuse me.
Your mum and dad, your mother and father. What did they do? Did they play sport or did they do anything like? Who were they?
What they think about my sport?
No. Your mum and dad, your mother and father.
Yes, understand.
Who are they? Who, like, what do they do? What did they do growing up for work?
When I was young.
Yeah,
when I was young.
What did your dad do for work? What did your mum do?
My father died 9 years ago. Mother now is alive. When I was young, 19, 20, 24 years, I started my career in mixed martial arts. My parents said, you don't need this. My father was happy. Yes, you strong guy. You every year is strongest and strongest. Yes, I'm happy. But you must think about something else in your life. About job, about everything. Mother said, this is not good, this is dangerous. Somebody can injure you, somebody can kick you, punch you. This is very dangerous. They not happy. They was not happy. But after, yes, you still train, you still take part competition, 3 years, 6 years, 10, 12, 15, 20 years. After 10 years, they say, okay, this your life, you big boy, you can do everything, no problem.
What did your dad do for work? Like, what did he do? When you were little,
my dad?
When you were a boy, what did your dad do?
My dad said, you must be strong, always. You must be a sportsman, maybe, but you must be strong, always. Because I told, like before, maybe sometime, maybe from 3 years, maybe from 10 years, maybe from 25 years, somebody won't destroy you, maybe your family, maybe your girl, maybe your children, maybe attack for you. You must can defend everybody who is very, very close for you. From your family, you very close friends, everybody. Man must be strong. If you man, you must be strong. If you're not man, of course you woman. Or you strong, or you woman, like this. And I think, yes, if somebody want, I don't know, attack my girl or my wife or my children, this was terrible. If I can't defend my family, this must be terrible. And I think, yes, I must be strong, and I find something. I find martial arts. I everyday training and doing like that.
Was he a big, strong guy? Your dad, was he a big guy?
No, not small, but not big. I don't know, maybe 200 pounds, 84, 90 kilos. But he, when he was young boy, he studied a little bit wrestling. And he was talented guy, but he he going to job. He not training like professional athlete.
What job did your dad do?
This trolley, like bus, but with electrical.
Oh, tram.
Yes, not tram, on the wheels, not metal wheels, but trolley. This bus with electrical stick.
For us in Australia, we call it tram.
No. You don't have a trolley. We have what you say tram. You have a bus, but you don't have a trolley.
Okay, no, we don't.
In Moscow, in Russia, in Ukraine, we have trolley. This Russian trolleybus. Bus.
Okay.
Electric bus with two electric stick. He driving like wheels, like everything like bus, but on electric. And he was driver 25 years on this trolley.
Okay.
25.
And where did you grow up, Alexey? Because you were born, when you were born, it was still Soviet Union, but were you born?
I born in Soviet Union and I grew up in Soviet Union. Ukrainian Republic, Soviet Union.
Okay. And then
Ukrainian Republic.
But then did you say your dad was a trolley driver in Moscow?
No, he's in Kharkov. This 700 kilometers from Moscow.
Okay.
City, other city, smallest than Moscow, but not very small. 2 million people live in this city.
Okay. Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have one brother and one sister.
What do they do? Does your brother fight?
No, he trained with me. He was very talented, more talented than me, but he trained 2 or 3 years and finished. He going to business. He businessman. My sister, she work on the shop.
Okay, awesome. So
excuse me,
please.
We have 2 or 3 minutes because my cell phone said me charge is 3 or 4%.
Okay, cool. If it cuts out, it cuts out. No problem. So we'll just if it cuts out, Alexey said goodbye. But yeah, no problem. I was going to ask you what are some of the in your head, if I say the toughest fights you've had, toughest fight for whatever reason, what comes to mind?
I understand, but for me, toughest fight is not fight what is continuous, very, very difficult. For me, toughest fight with more toughest guy with big names. When I come in a fight with Mirko Filipovich, my head is this Mirko. This is legend. He have terrible high kick. He have terrible on the liver kick. He have terrible everything. He have terrible defense from take down everything. All people say it. You can't win this guy. He is too cool. He is legend, and I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't do nothing. And I have 2 broken ribs before fight, and this was very, very difficult for me. This was very tough. And if you win this fight, yes, you say it's you, you good boy. you can do something. You're not lazy boy. You're not big boy. Yes, you strong guy. You're not bad. If you fight with Marhant, yes, this legend of mixed martial arts. When I think about Marhant 10 years ago, I think, I don't know what I can do with this guy. Nobody can choke him. Nobody can do nothing with him. Nobody can KO him. He's too strong. I don't know. No takedown, no submission, no choke. no KO. This impossible. When you fight with other guy, I don't know who is the other guy. Alistair Averim, very cool guy. Travis Brown, very strong guy. Nobody submit this guy, not anytime. Fabricio Verdun fight with this guy 2 times, but he can't submit or choke this guy. Many cool fights like that. Who have a bigger name? Yes, this was toughest fight for me, because toughest in my mind, the toughest mentality, not toughest for physically.
Do you play poker? Cards? Poker?
No.
You should, because your face, it doesn't show this. Do you get what I mean? When you fight, yes, you can't see this.
But you must play not only face. You must play with your mind. You must be smart, and you understand all nuances in this game. I don't know all nuances in this game, and I don't want laws on the mats, on the cage, on the cars. I don't like losses.
Who do you want to fight next? What's next for the Bolo Constrictor?
I don't know. I want give this for UFC. UFC, give me somebody. What do you want? What do you think? Who is my better opponent? No problem. I take any fights and I fight with this guy. Now, no matter for me.
The bigger, the better. The bigger name.
Then bigger, yes. Then bigger, then stronger, then more terrible. This is better for me.
What do you think of Juan and where he can go? Juan Espino.
Juan, good guy, and when he train very, very good, he terrible strongest. He have very, very good wrestling, and he really strong physically. I think this guy have a very big and very good future.
So now with you, you're just waiting for the UFC. The UFC will give you someone, and you'll take whoever they give you to work your way up the ladder. How many more years for Alexey? How long do you have?
Usually, if somebody asks me about that, I say it not too much, maybe 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nobody know. Maybe I have one more fight. So maybe I have 10 fights more. It depends about my condition, body and brain, and my mentality. Now I feel good. Now I feel not bad. I feel like almost young guy. Because I work, I train, I spar. I'm wrestling with a guy who is younger than me for 5 years, maybe 10 years. I'm not. They're not stronger than me. They're not strongest on the wrestling. They're not strongest on the cardio. They're not strongest on the striking. If I check that and I know 10 guys, I'm 11, and 10 guys stronger than me, better than me. I understand. I'm not stupid. I understand this not my games. This not my level. Now I think this my level. If I down, I check not my level. Sorry, bye. But now I think this my level. I feel good, and I have plans.
You still enjoy it? You still have fun? Like, you still excited to go to training?
Not too much enjoy it, but I feel good.
Okay. Your kids, do they train? Do they compete or train or anything?
They don't want, not really want to train, but they must. But I don't want doing for my kids professional sportsman.
Okay.
I said no. But you must can defend yourself anywhere, anytime. And that's mean, my opinion, my kids must training maybe 2-3 years, like karate, like jiu-jitsu, maybe a little bit Muay Thai or boxing. 2 or 3 years. They good condition, they have a good body, they can self-defense. This everything what I want from my kids.
Okay. Now, Alexey, you're coming off an injury. You have what's the prognosis? How long until you're good? How long until you can fight?
Yes, I have injured, but I'm almost good. Now I work in the UFC Performance Institute, and I doing a rehab every day. This guy said maybe a couple of weeks, and I am fine.
Okay. Now, Alexey, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for doing this. We definitely wish you the very, very best. I appreciate it very, very much, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And send me link, please, and I share with this video.
100% I will, my friend. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, my friend.